Hey everyone, it's Shotzi for the Rough Cuts on Sunday once again. I hope you've been having a great week, and please don't mind the really big thunderstorm that's going on outside right now, but it sets a perfect tone for the movie I'm going to talk about today, and that is The Conjuring. This was directed by James Wan, who also directed Saw, Insidious, and he is on his way to directing Fast and Furious 7, so he's been doing a lot of good and fun work. This is no exception to that. The Conjuring, it's a really, really good horror story. And people who don't believe in paranormal anything, they were still getting really sweaty palms during this movie. I saw it with my own eyes, and it made me very happy to see. This movie is actually based on a true story. It's about the Perron family, which consists of husband, wife, and their daughters. They move into a big old house in the countryside, and they start experiencing very strange activities that eventually become more and more dangerous and threatening. And so, as a last resort, they look up Ed and Lorraine Warren. Some of you are familiar with them because they've been known throughout the last several decades. Ed Warren is a demonologist who was actually recognized by the Catholic Church and was present and somehow assisted as well with various exorcists throughout the years. His wife Lorraine Warren is, and was, she's still alive, a clairvoyant. And so together, they were a really good team. Ed Warren passed away several years ago. Upon pleading her case to the Warrens, who are played by Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson, Mrs. Perron, who's played by Lily Taylor, was able to bring them back to her home, and immediately they noticed that something was wrong. And so that sets the tone for the entire film. Now, like any horror story, there are some jump scares, but this movie doesn't depend on jump scares. It really knows how to set the tone to just have an eerie, dark feeling. The character development is really well done in this. They're believable characters, and the story itself is really enthralling. Like, you don't ever feel bored in the movie because it flows really, really well. Now, there are lighter moments in this movie to kind of just break up the tension in it, but it doesn't in any way take away from the really dark feeling, the really dark mood that is portrayed in the film. And it's just a really well-balanced picture. Great storytelling, great acting by everyone. Ron Livingston is also in this. He plays Mr. Perron. And the kids in this all do a really good job. It's a great story all around. And once again, you don't have to believe in the paranormal in order to enjoy this movie. One really cool aspect of this movie is that there's no CGI. They're all practical effects. So even just for that, and it's pretty cool. The makeup in this, the effects in this, definitely worth seeing. Definitely. And at the end of this movie, there is a setup to something else that may be coming our way, because there have been talks about a remake of a particular movie, but go see this movie to find out what that is. Or look it up online. Pretty much everything is online right now. But definitely give this movie a look. It is coming out later on this week. Go see it. It's The Conjuring. James Wan directing, Lily Taylor, Ron Livingston, Vera Farmiga, Patrick Wilson. And I've got to say, Lily Taylor is just awesome. She did a Q&A after this, and she is just really, really cool. Really like her. Always gives a good performance. This is no exception. The Conjuring. Later this week. Go see it. I will see you all next time. Until then, goodbye.